It's Week 15 of the NFL, and our focus is on the Lions' creative quarterback, as he's moved past 3,000 yards passing for the year and looking for more. It's the Lions and the Vikings. All that and more coming up next.
Coming to you from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Today we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the Minnesota Vikings and the Detroit Lions. Brandon Gaughan alongside Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Vikings coming into play. Bottom line, there are not many defenses in the league that seem up to the task to slow down their ground game. But this might be one of them, and in everything that they have said and done this week, they feel confident that they're ready.
And I like how you set this whole thing up, because it comes down to this to me. These first few carries, they're going to be exciting, they're going to be physical, they're going to be battles. Each side trying to establish control in this game.
Ready to get us started, it's Cade York, and we are underway from Ford Field. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And trotting out there, a guy who's established himself as a veteran in this league, now in his 5th year at quarterback.
And for how good he is throwing the ball, it's his running that makes him so dangerous. He had a couple of touchdowns on the ground in last week's game, so we'll see what they dial up for him for this one.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Wide open receiver, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards right off the bat, and a quick first down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Looking to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's second down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Well, a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the...
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
And now they'll stop play here, at least momentarily. Remember, the Vikings in some discomfort after that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. They're going to look to throw. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation. Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down. On second down now, it's Rodriguez. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Fourth down, so Jake Camarda is out there. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here first and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He finds his man complete. It's Brock. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Our first carry for Najee Harris. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. A look at the numbers for Harris in last week's game. 11 carries, 88 yards.
He's hoping to have the same type of game, but he's going up against the #1 defense in the league, and they're very good at fitting the run. So now you've got to think offensive strategy, maybe a little more play action, and try and find some people open downfield.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
So first and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. His throw incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on second down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield there. He doesn't scramble for it first, but he does get the last lap by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. On second down, this is Harris. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. And the trick play doesn't work. Good reaction there defensively, and it'll be 4th down. And his kick is right there. It's good, and the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. Well, both teams kind of feeling each other out here, and now after 3 drives, we have a score with that field goal.
Yeah, they're still waiting for their breakout drive to come to them, all right? They're using the playbook well. They're looking for that extra section. It says touchdowns instead of field goals, but they'll take the 3 for now and try and get set up for more later.
And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. The Lions offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC. And if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They're guarding against the upset.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It's taken to the 26. And he loses the football a second time. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
I don't know why, but it's always agonizing to me to see a guy make a mistake in this phase of the game, because you can it's all on him. All eyes there. He's got a chance to make a punt return, and instead he ends up putting it on the carpet.
Puts it on the carpet. The little rubber pellets shoot up. Never a good sign for a returner on this field turf surface.
No, not at all. And a bunch of them go up when they're all trying to get to the football, don't they?
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. Here's a 2nd and 7. Right back to Jalen Waddle for another catch. Nothing after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Rodriguez, and he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. He finds his man, complete. That's Rodriguez. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Davidson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. That one goes for 8 yards.
This offense is starting to get into rhythm. A nice quick throw there on target, able to pick up another 1st down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Back to throw again. And in for the Lions touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions Lions have taken the lead.
Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Harris running straight ahead.
And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
The Vikings on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
He'll look to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away.
And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line.
They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return.
And the Lions will take over.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 37.
They'll look to throw.
Throw left side complete. That's Harvey. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
Well, they obviously red man covers their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that, Purple?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
They go play action here on 1st down.
He finds his man, complete. That's Davidson.
Touchdown, Detroit.
A great play there. 52 yards. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And whistle blown. A timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. So as they take it over, we step aside.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Minnesota's offense takes over possession.
It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. They get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
He'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll look to throw again. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. He's got a man, complete. A big play there for Minnesota. And even 40 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
They hand this off to Harris. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. They'll look to throw here. This is caught and stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw. And they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. He'll drop to throw. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. A terrible spot for a holding call as he'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Now back to throw. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Rashawn Gary makes that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, it still definitely hurts.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Back to throw. Eluding the pressure, under pressure again, and down he goes again.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack, but he couldn't find anywhere to roll the football. Had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. And he's going to go down again. Calling a loss of 8 there, and it's going to lead to a 4th down. 4th and goal.
Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously. Led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there.
So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because you know After the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
And Detroit getting set to go now. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the second quarter. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. His second touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year.
And the Lions have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Well, that is a running back who is not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
Yeah, this is a guy who runs with such balance and control. I mean, he went through that early contact just like he was driving over a speed bump. And he's able to continue his way downfield and wind up in the end zone.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. Extra point by York is up and good.
And the lead is up to 15 now.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
Amari Cooper and the rest of the offense heading back out there now. Well, he's within shouting distance of a 1,000-yard season. Going to need a pretty good finish, though, if he wants to reach that mark.
Well, I like how you phrased it, partner. He is within shouting distance. If he stays on this pace, he's got a shot at it. But he needs a big game in there, right, to make sure that he gets it. So you know that during the week, in practice, and look, he asks for the ball all the time anyway. He's really going to ask for the ball and let his quarterback know he's open.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It's fielded at the 45. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10.
Detroit's offense ready to take over.
They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan on offense, you put together what you think is going to be the best possible scenario, right? Hey, we're going to score. These are the plays that are going to do it. But you also put together your counters, meaning after they make adjustments to what you're doing, what do we have to go to next?
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Exactly. So I can't wait to see if we come out of the half, how they're going to go about doing things. Do you just keep running what you ran before, or do you go to your counters expecting those adjustments to happen?
Before that, we'll see the end here in this first half.
Tell you what, partner, you get the football in his hands, just give him a little bit of open space. As we just saw, he can make you pay.
And he wasn't the top option there, but check down turned into 1st down and then some. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Touchdown! T.J. Hawkinson, 5-yard touchdown.
And the Lions are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
Well, there was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
York on now for the extra point.
He's got it, and the lead swells. It's 28-6. Scoring summary, 3-play drive.
And it was T.J. Hawkinson who finished the drive with a touchdown reception. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Vikings going to take over now late in this first half. And with a 3-score deficit staring him in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
Second down and inches.
Over the middle, Amari Cooper. It's complete. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with fourth down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here's Tressway now as he'll punt it away for the fourth time today. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. So we've reached halftime here in Detroit with the Lions out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15.
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. Now a play fake here on first down. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Rodriguez, and he powers his way up past the 30.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Well, they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Well,
still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Up the middle they go. Rodriguez. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Here's 2nd and 8. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
They're going to look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Cade York on now for the field goal.
From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt.
York able to send this one through.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
He did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
And now out comes Minnesota.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw.
And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And incomplete here. So a little razzle-dazzle on that one. But they couldn't hook up, and it's 3rd down. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation. Here's Tressway now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 20. They'll score that a 36-yard punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
And Detroit getting set to go now. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
He finds his man, complete. It's Davidson. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They'll set up to throw.
He's got his man, T.J. Hawkinson. And he is going to have the Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the 1st down.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Davidson.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw here. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll try and pick it up by running the action to the right. And he's brought down, but following a pretty juke move that gives him the first down. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Well, these two teams, you may recall, they didn't play each other until late in the year. Their first meeting was not too long ago, back in Week 13. And it was the Lions who got the road victory in that one, so they'll be looking to claim the season series now here at home in Detroit.
Back to throw now on first down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
2nd and 3. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right, safety valve, throw one to him every so often, but more mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
They'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And the Lions are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
They'll run on first down. It's Rodriguez. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there.
His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions are pouring it on. And finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL. A complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
York now for the extra point.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Jackson. And the Lions are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game. But that's something right there, still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. On play action, they'll throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Davidson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He's now just 3 yards shy of 197 yards receiving on the contest and a first down.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good, soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Davidson. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
They'll look to throw again. He finds his man, complete. It's Davidson. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On first down, Rodriguez. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Rodriguez. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And in for the Lions touchdown. Jalen Waddle, 30 yards. And the Lions add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. And you wonder now if he might be able to remove the helmet, put on the baseball cap, and watch the rest of this one from the sideline. His 5th touchdown pass of the game.
Say that again. Did you say 5th touchdown pass of the game?
Yes, sir.
Boy, that's a heck of a performance, isn't it? Because they've had no answer for him at all game long. Receivers have been open constantly, and he hasn't missed a single one of them.
Extra point by York is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Toward the sideline, And look at that catch, dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
Are you kidding me? Really? Are you kidding me?
They look to throw now on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw again.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
They'll set up a throw.
And they're going to move it down inside the 25. 3rd down now. Those last two plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Now back to throw. And he's got it.
And the Vikings are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Harris. He is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Three red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here. He'll look to throw. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
I could see what they were trying to do there, but unfortunately, the back ran out of room, too close to the sideline. And for defenders, often tough. 11 on the field, those sidelines can become the 12th defender. It worked to the defense's advantage on that play.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Amari Cooper, a 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Vikings are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
Point after, right down the middle, as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
Taking it about the 1. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
So here come the Lions now.
And they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
The offense on 3rd down, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Rodriguez. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You'd have to think.
And now the ball's out, fumbled near midfield.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He let left it exposed that time. Wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. George Karlaftis in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit.
Partner, my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front seven today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort by every player involved.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in.
Corey shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Over the middle, complete. That's Brock.
And he will have a Vikings first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
And oh my goodness, he loses it again. But a Viking was able to corral this one, and Minnesota will keep possession. Here's a 2nd and 7. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But a Viking was able to corral this one, and Minnesota will keep possession.
Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. And his kick here is good. And that will knock this down to still a very large 29-point deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Another shot now for this Lions offense. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the 4th.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Off the option, he'll try and run with it.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Detroit, they remain in the hunt for a first-round bye as they move to 11-3 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they drop their 10th game now to fall to 4-10. And they'll get a home date next week against the Kansas City Chiefs.